Hello. Hi again. I don't have anything interesting to say this time. Nobody asked me any questions. I don't have any announcements. So, I went to work today. I didn't want to, but I went. I worked. I came home. I washed my hair, as you can see. So, yeah, we're going to get into. I'm going to read you two sections. I told you guys last time the next part is not a chapter. It's in the Enchanter's books. They have, like, in between chapters, there's little flashbacks. Nezuko! She wants to play at the moment. So there's little flashbacks, and they're called before. So there you have your little before parts. I didn't actually write it that way. I wanted the reader to try to guess like what was current and what was past, but my editor recommended that I clear that up. So I named them before. So there's one before, and then I'm going to read you chapter 2, which is also very short. So, all right, here we go. Before. Jane was sitting on the couch reading her normal middle of the night activity when there was a knock on the door. Jane thought it strange. Her home was so secluded that she never had any accidental visitors. She put the book down and walked quietly to the door. She didn't have a peephole. She never needed one until now. "Who is it?" she asked from behind the closed door. "Open the door, Janie, please," an unfamiliar voice said from the other side. Janie? She silently questioned the nickname. She had never heard anyone call her that before, but the tone of the voice coming from outside suggested that the owner of it had known Jane all her life. She decided to open the door. She felt obligated to for a reason that was not known to her. Standing on her doorstep was an old woman. She must have been about 70 years old. Her dark brown hair was tied behind her head in a loose bun. Slight wrinkles accented the eyes that were as dark as her hair. She was wearing a long cotton black dress that went down to her ankles and brown sandals. Her outfit was alarmingly similar to every piece of clothing in Jane's wardrobe. "May I help you?" Jane asked the woman. "Oh, Janie, I knew you would be beautiful, but I never imagined." The woman suddenly paused mid-sentence, inhaling and exhaling a quick breath. "My name is Annabelle Clark. May I come in?" "Hello, Nezuko." "Hi, mamas." All right, chapter 2. Jane floated on her back on the top of the lake. Any other time, Jane felt cold, forced to layer with clothes and blankets to keep warm, but not in the water. It always felt warm to her, regardless of its temperature. The natural water soothed her. In a cloud around Jane's body was a violet aura that slightly shimmered, the color of it gleaming like an iris flower lightly kissed by the morning dew. The aura protected her, providing a comfortable force of security. She opened her eyes and stared up at the night sky. She silently pointed out all the constellations, smiling at the sparkling beauties. She turned her gaze across the sky. She was not surprised that the smiling moon's light magically brightened when she found it. Jane flipped over, dipped her entire body into the water, and swam towards the middle of the lake. Sparkly violet flakes trailed her. She relaxed her muscles and let her body drift to the bottom. She moved her arms through the water in a squiggly motion, forming little underwater waves around her. Small species of green and brown fish arrived, circling her. She brought her closed fists to her face and concentrated, releasing any negative energy from her mind. The energy focused itself around through her arms down to her hands. She opened her palms and pushed her hands forward, discharging the negative force into the open water, encouraging it to swim away into the night. She closed her eyes and imagined a green hummingbird fluttering from tree to tree, its sparkly pink neck shining in the afternoon sun as it roamed free. She opened her eyes as her violet aura broke up into little pieces of shimmering glitter and floated to the surface. The fish swam after the sparkles, chasing them, and as they reached the surface, they leapt from the water like dolphins. As the fish re-entered the water from the night sky, they returned to her. Jane's giggle made air bubbles, amused at the color of the fish's scales, now a deep, glimmering purple. They looked like they had been swimming in a pool of purple eyeshadow. Jane closed her eyes, dug her toes into the lake floor, and swirled in circles. Her imagination shifted to a parakeet caged, perched on a wooden log, chirping with hopes of getting out into the world. She stopped spinning, and slowly the purple color broke up into tiny sparkles again, returning to Jane from each fish. When she opened her eyes, she found her fishy friends watching her, back to their normal green and brown colors. They quickly swam away, each with a snobby look in their eyes, like they had much better things to do than to amuse her. Jane used the bottom of her foot to propel herself to the surface, inhaling a deep breath when she emerged from the water. She swam back to the rocks and climbed up. Sandals back on her feet, she made her way back home. All right, so that takes us up to chapter 2 of Violet Midnight. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I have a busy weekend, which is why I decided to read you 2 parts. So it probably won't be back until sometime next week. Maybe sometime in the weekend, but we'll see. All right. Well, I hope tomorrow's Friday. Yay! I hope you guys have a lovely Friday and a lovely weekend. And I will talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.